Hi guys, this is Arius. Welcome again to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beginner friendly pencil skirt. So let's get started. My fabric is on fold, and the first thing I did was to rule a straight line which will now serve as the start line. And then the first thing I measured was the hip line. This skirt is going to have a band of 1.5 inches, and that's why I'm starting the measurement from 1.5 inches. So the hip line for this person is 9 inches. The next measurement is the knee measurement, or the contour of the knee. So how I do this is I divide the full length of the skirt by 2 and minus 1. Whatever that gives me is where the contour on the knee part starts, and this works every single time. Try it and let me know in the comments. So I just wrote a straight line all the way down. The next thing is the waist measurement. So I took the waist measurement divided by 4. I added 1 inch for seam allowance and 1 inch for dart intake. And then on this same waist, I divided what I had, the complete the entire measurement I had already taken, divided by 2. I marked what that gave me, and then I came up by 1 inch on the side like this and connected it to the center, just like so. That will give us the curve, the natural curve at the waist. Then on the hip line, I measured the hip divided by 4 plus 1 inch seam allowance, and I marked that. Now to the knee part, or should I say the that part that is going to carry the contour at the knee. Whatever it is that I derived on the hip, I would remove 2 inches from that. I'll deduct 2 inches and mark it right there. Then for the base, I marked exactly the same thing that was on the knee, and then I went ahead to connect with my curved ruler. If you're comfortable with your free hand, please feel free to use your free hand, and if you would like to use your curved rulers, please also feel free to use your curved rulers. So I connected it all the way to the knee, and then ruled a straight line from the knee to the base of the skirt. You can see how I just tried to blend that part in so that it's not sharp. We don't want any sharp edges. Front piece is almost ready, and now it's time to take the darts. So for the darts, you take your nipple to nipple divided by 2. Whatever that gives you, you mark it. For this person is 4, so 4 inches, and then 0.5 inches on both sides of the 4 inches. For the front dart is 4 inches long, but for the back dart is 5 inches long. So you just slant the 0.5 on both sides to meet the 4 inches. And then at the waist, I'm just adding half an inch that I'm going to use to join the skirt to the band. That's what I'm just doing at the waist. I'm just trying to follow the curve. Now the front piece is ready, and it's just time to cut across all the lines that we've drawn. And yeah, I just went ahead to cut that out. After cutting it out, I just went ahead to notch the darts so that I'll be able to transfer the darts to the other side as well. And it will also make it easy for me to transfer the darts to the back piece when I cut the back piece. So I folded a new piece of fabric for the back, which is going to be wider than what I have for the front. I'm going to arrange the front on that fabric and make sure that I have at least 1 to 1.5 inch for zipper allowance on the center front and center back. And then I'm going to cut it out exactly the same thing except for the zipper allowance, which is going to be the only difference. I followed the exact shape at the waist, and now I'm sort of like transferring the dart to the back piece. So I'm just notching it, the same notches that I took before. I'm just extending it to the back piece. And remember that the length for the back dart is 5 inches. So I'm just going to take that into consideration. And then slash the zipper allowance open all the way to the base. I've set the front piece aside, and here's just a quick should I say explanation or illustration of how to transfer the dart to the back piece. What you can see already, I cut lining pieces for both the front and the back pieces. It was exactly the same length, and I transferred the darts as well to all the lining pieces. Now I set the main fabric aside, and I'm going to be working on the lining. So the 2 inches that I added for allowance, for seam allowance on the length of the skirt, I'm going to mark out that same 2 inches on the base of the lining. I'm going to rule that out, and then I went ahead to cut that off. So I'm going to repeat this same process on the back pieces as well. So I'm going to remove 2 inches from all the lining pieces from the base. After doing that, I'm going to match the fabric to the lining, right side facing right side at the base, and I'm going to run a 0.5 inch stitch across it like that. For the waist part, I'm going to pick all the 4 darts. That's the 2 darts for the main fabric and the 2 darts for the lining for the front. I'm going to repeat the exact same thing to the back pieces as well. So I'm just going to pick the darts separately, and then I'm going to join the base together by 0.5. After joining it at the base, I'm going to just go ahead to pin the waist parts just to make the lining and the main fabric align, and I'm going to run like a 0.2 inch all across the sides. Remember, right side facing right side, the right side of the main fabric facing the lining. So I'm just going to run like a 0.2 inch stitch from the base all the way to the top. Here I've finished stitching it and I've turned it out, and this is what it should look like. The base should also look like this. The base should carry more of the fabric now as some sort of facing, and then the sides should look covered just like this. I repeated the exact same thing for the back pieces as well. So now here's the front piece of the skirts. So I just folded it into 2 equal halves, and all I'm going to be doing now is to be marking out my measurements. So the first thing I marked was my waist circumference divided by 4. I marked that. Then I went ahead to mark my hip circumference divided by 4. I marked that as well. And then from the knee downwards, I just marked 1 inch seam allowance. That's what I'm going to use to join it all the way down. So for the hip measurement, I made a mistake. I was supposed to measure starting from 1.5 because the skirt has a band. So I rectified that eventually when I found out. Yes, so I just marked this, and if when you were cutting your measurements were accurate, you should have exactly the same thing on the 2 back pieces, like the same allowance, seam allowance. So at this point, I just use my ruler to connect all the marks that are taken all the way down. That's optional. If you want to be able to have like very accurate lines, you can just go ahead and do this. So here are the back pieces, the 2 back pieces. So what I'm just doing right now is to match them up together at the center back to measure the 1 inch for the zipper allowance. So that's what I did right here. I just marked 1 inch all the way down, and I ruled that as well. So the next thing I did was to measure about 9 inches from the waist, and that's where the zipper is going to end. I always like the zipper to extend below the hip line. So yes, so that's where the zipper is going to end. And then from that 9 inches I marked 10 inches, and that's the part that is going to be covered. So the slit is going to start after the 10 inches mark, just like so. The slit has to be high because it's a pencil skirt and it's very fitted all the way down. So the slit has to be sort of high to make it easy for the wearer to move freely. So now I'm just going to open up the back piece and place the front piece on top of it, and just go ahead to pin down the allowance at the sides. So before I bring this back, I would already attach the zipper to the back piece. After fixing the zipper and sewing the sides, this is what it should look like. The slit has been ironed open, and I'm going to use hemming tape to finish that up, and then I'm going to also untack it just to make sure that it's neat and it lasts long. Right now I'm just turning it inside out. I'm just turning it inside out so that you see what it looks like. It's already looking so neat. And yes, so the next thing is now to get the band. So although I'm measuring here, but I just ended up cutting a long strip of fabric that was way longer than the waist measurement, and it was 4 inches wide. I ironed that very soft paper stay on half of it, just like you're seeing. Then I folded it by ½ inch and folded it again in 2 equal halves, just like I'm showing you. Now I've taken it to the machine, and just look at how I'm folding this. I'm folding it inside out like this. I'm folding the 0.5 inch on both sides, and I went ahead to just run a 0.5 inch stitch on that. After sewing this 0.5 inch, I cut off the excess to reduce the bulk, and I folded it back inside, making sure that it was equal. The 0.5 inch on both ends were folded in. If you just watch very closely, you'll be able to understand how I'm doing this. When I finished doing that, I just left like 2 inches. So that's just for the extension of the hook and eye. In the right side of the band, the part that does not have stay on the right side of the skirt, and so I just went ahead to sew that 0.5 inch down all the way around. So after sewing it to the end, here's what I just did. I folded the 0.5 for the band on the both edges. I folded them in just like so. I'm demonstrating that right on the sewing machine, and then I folded it inside out and went ahead to run a stitch exactly where the zipper stopped for this side. You know, the first side I left 2 inches excess. Here it's exactly where the zipper stopped. So I just cut off the excess and trimmed off the thread, and now I'm folding it back the way the band is supposed to be, and this is what it should look like by now. So please, if you're a beginner, please pin it down at this point. Just pin the band down at this point, because we're going to be sewing it from the front to make sure that we don't have any thread showing, you know, in places where we don't want. And make sure you use a matching thread for this. Now I've turned it to the front, and I'm going to start running my stitch very close to the joining, or even on the joining of the band in front, so that the thread just blends into it seamlessly. And while I'm sewing, I'm going to be checking the back to ensure that it's sewing well, like it's carrying the flap at the back. So that's why I said you have to pin if this is not something you can do without pin for now. Like if you're a beginner or something, or maybe intermediate, you have to pin this down, and you just keep checking to ensure that the band, you're sewing it both in front and at the back. So I just kept doing this carefully till I was done. And when I finished, I fixed my hook, my skirt hook, and gave it a very, very good press. And after I was done with that, this is what it looked like. It was so beautiful, and the clients really liked it. I hope you found this helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Bye.